So let's look into the software and look at what the cognitive workbench is. As I told you, it's a modular design, so we have different groups and scenarios. You can basically design what the workflow is, what kind of information should be understood. You have multiple users and groups of users that actually work on these. People can train the system, define what is extracted and so on. And I would suggest that we go into the invoices here, which is one of the scenarios. What you see is we have a three-step process, which is you have the data source to train the system on. You have the models that can be provided by us. We can train models for you. You can train them by yourselves with your experts. And then you bring these two together into an extraction thinker. Let's dive into the extraction thinker. We have prepared that here because we were not sure about the internet connection. We have many pre-made models so that you can choose what exactly the system should understand of what kind of document type. We have prepared about 30 models in different variations to understand documents so that basically you, for your unit and your use case, can configure what you actually want to extract. Let's go into the invoice document. So this is where the system is actually understanding a document. So you see conventional solutions usually understand what an invoice is, but we really understand what is the relation between an article item, the article description, the single price, and the sum of the price. We can produce an XML file or a JSON file through a Docker. So you are deploying a Docker in the system so that this kind of structure that is provided visually is actually really reflected in the XML structured data. On the left-hand side, you see the different types that you configured. Let's go to the expert reports, maybe. The expert reports, we also understand not only the visual layout, but really the text within these documents, so that we not only understand that here is a person and there is also a person, but we understand the roles of these people in these documents. So one is the patient, the other one is the examiner. We also see what the specialized area of the examiner is here in the medical thing. We understand that there is different dates, but we understand also what is the role of the date. So it's a birth date, it's the date of the examination, and it's also the date of the letter itself. Through the linguistic processing, we also understand what the diagnosis is. So we can extract from that sentence actually what is the core that the medical specialist was understanding about this patient. This can tremendously speed up if you have larger reports. We can do these kind of analytics on different types of matters, subject matters, that's not only constrained to medical. And so from our perspective, this is a tool that really can produce models to understand different use cases. You are in charge. You can use your experts to actually configure the software and apply it directly to your use cases. The trick here is that we have a push of a button where we can basically create a Docker file. So you have your on-premise cloud solution running already. When you trained the model on exactly your use case, you can export a Docker file that's versioned, that is running through millions of documents, so that you can do high-performance analytics or extractions and so on through your conventional cloud infrastructure. From that perspective, we think this is a really compelling solution that is going exactly deeply into the solution of understanding documents in a modular, trainable way on-premise. We have extensive, because Roger Paravelli was talking about this, extensive connections also to other industries. Customers of ours are Audi, BMW, and Bosch. as well as the Charité in Berlin, Springer Medizin, and so on. So we have adjacent industries that we're working with. We understand a car better than you as a car insurer actually need, because we understand the car parts for the car manufacturers, as well as we understand medical information on these industry partners that we're working with.